Okay, we're just gonna wait and see if somebody jumps on. Okay, so the topic for Friday Night Live is words hurt. We've all heard and said and been told the old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt us. Okay, well, first of all, I think we can all agree that um, statement is a bunch of BS. Hi, Elaine. Um, because, yes, sticks and stones will break your bones, and that hurts. But names, it will probably take a lifetime to heal. Okay, so now just follow my train of thought here. Okay, so it's morning time. Okay, and you wake up and you're tired and you start complaining about how this morning is going to suck. The drive to work is going to suck. Work is just going to be chaos, and this whole day is just going to be complete and utter mess. So, no, so how do you think your day is going to start off with those thoughts in your head? Okay, so now look at it a little bit different. So you wake up in the morning and you smile because you hear the birds singing, and you're thankful that you've got a job. There's many people in this world who right now who can't go to work. So you're just happy that first of all you woke up and that you have a job to go to, and you've got some time to kill before you have to actually go to work. So you're just thankful. So how do you think your morning's gonna go? It's probably gonna go a little bit better with those positive thoughts, right? So I lost. Okay, hang on here. So, shoot, I totally missed something, and now. Okay, so if you start your morning off with negative thoughts, okay, you've already programmed your mind to have nothing but negativity throughout the whole day. So you're going to go to work and you are going to miss that your coworker bought coffee and donuts for lunch or for morning, and you are going to be kind of cranky that why are they so happy, right? And if you're in a positive mindset, you actually be so happy that you may stop and pick up coffee and donuts for work, and then you get to work, and then you see somebody who's kind of grouchy, so whatever, like you just let them be. See, both you're setting yourself up. Your mind is setting yourself up to either have a good day or have a bad day. Okay, so now going back to the name calling, and I want you to follow my train of thought here because we're all over the place, but just follow me. So you start, you look at yourself in the mirror or whatever, okay, and you start calling yourself, like you say to yourself, oh God, I'm so fat, or I'm so ugly, nobody likes me, I can't do that, I will never be successful, I'll never be rich, I'll never get my coaching business off the ground because what do I know about coaching? And I'm going to have to work till the day I die. Okay? So, with you always telling yourself that, one thing is for sure, all of those things are going to become true. Because you are not doing anything to change that. To change those situations, you have not started anything to change it to make a difference, okay? So now, if you, instead of doing saying negative things to yourself, you start saying positive things, like, okay, I need to get in shape, so I'm going to become fit. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to retire early. My business, whatever business it is, it's going to take off. You start constantly repeating those things to yourself. Okay, what's going to happen? Okay, now you're thinking, yeah. You just keep saying you're going to be rich, and you're not going to end up rich. Well, okay. Here's the thing: is just because you say it doesn't make it that it's going to happen. But if you keep saying those things to yourself or out loud, if you like, you're going to start believing it. And what happens when you start believing it is you start making plans on how to make that happen. So, I got to become fit, so you start working out. Or, okay, so I want to be rich, so you start, figuring out, well, how do you go from broke to rich, right? You start making plans. Does it guarantee that those things will happen? No. You've got to put in the work. You've got to do all that. Nothing's guaranteed for life except for one thing. If you don't make any changes, guaranteed nothing will change, right? Okay, now, I left out ugly and I left out no one likes me. As I said in the negative thoughts there that you said you were ugly and that no one likes you. Okay, so ugly is it's beauty. Ugly, it's only skin deep, right? So if you have nothing but negative thoughts, all that comes out. That's all people see, right? But if you start believing that not believing, if you're happy with yourself, if you're happy with how you look, you're happy, I guess basically you're happy with yourself, right? You love yourself, you're happy with yourself. That brings out a glow that people see. You may not see it, but it brings out a glow that people see. And the people that are close to you, they're going to look through your so-called ugliness, and they're going to see the person that you really are. It's just like if you are drop dead gorgeous, but you are a royal B-word. People who know you, they're going to see that B-word more than your skin beauty, right? And no one likes you, okay? Well, if you constantly say that to yourself, that no one likes you, so and so doesn't like me. Well, you you're you're going to start treating him or her different, because in your mind you've already got it made it up that he or she doesn't like you. So you're going to start treating them differently, right? And this poor guy, probably doesn't even have a clue what you're thinking. Well, I mean, why would he unless you told him, right? But if you start acting like everybody likes you, I don't know if everybody likes you. If you start, okay, we'll go with that. If you start acting like everybody likes you, you are going to treat everybody better, okay? And then what happens when you treat everybody better? Everybody treats you better, okay? Now, going back to the whole, you got to watch, because not everybody's going to like you. I think we can all understand that no matter how good of a person you are, somebody's not going to like you. And you just have to be all right with that. Like, you are not everybody's cup of tea. And that doesn't mean you're a bad person. That doesn't mean you're whatever. It's just not everybody's going to like you. So you got to live with that. You got to be comfortable with that. Okay, so this all comes back to the words hurt, because we'll just use Joe, just because when I was rehearsing this in my head, I, for whatever reason, picked the name Joe. Okay, so Joe starts calling you a bunch of names. Okay, say all the names that we listed before, and every single day he says the exact same things to you, and sometimes it's even worse. What are you going to do with Joe? You're going to totally avoid him. You're going to probably block him on Facebook and Instagram, and if you work with Joe, you're going to go out of your way to avoid him, and eventually you will hopefully come to the fact that you're just not going to care what Joe says anymore, because you know where it's coming from. Joe hates himself. Joe is not happy. And so therefore he has to bring you down. So we're just going to just totally forget about Joe. But you see, the negative thoughts, the positive thoughts that we say to ourselves is very powerful, because we know where it's coming from. We are the Joe within ourselves. And if we keep saying those things, we can't block ourselves on Instagram. We can't block ourselves on Facebook. You can't avoid yourself, right? I guess you could stay drunk, but really the alcohol just, I think, makes that whole thing a lot worse. So I think that's why the negative thoughts that we say to ourselves hurt so much, because we know where it comes from. And then again, that's why if we start talking to ourselves in positively, saying good things about ourselves, it does feel weird. I mean, you're supposed to be modest and, all this, but if you, start talking good about yourself, those words are powerful, because we know where it's coming from. that's about as as much as I had. I think we just have to. Okay, mom's texting here, and anyways, we just have to remember that words do hurt, and the more negative we talk to ourselves, the harder we're going to make it on ourselves. The harder life becomes, and life is hard enough, right? So why not just start treating ourselves nicer, talking to ourselves nicer? Elaine, you know that I've told you a couple of things that I've thought of before about myself that I didn't share on here, and I don't really want to share on here. But, it's thoughts like that can really destroy you. And you just have to learn how not to have those thoughts anymore. And this wasn't supposed to be about personal development, but man, I started recently doing personal development, and yeah, it does work. It starts changing your mind, starts getting you thinking about why you were thinking those thoughts in the first place. So anyways, before I start really rambling on here and getting into how my sister Susan washed the pigs for me when we were kids, I will end it here. And again, if you have any topics that you want me to talk about, leave them in the comments. And I think that's it for tonight. Thanks for coming out, Elaine. I hope you got something out of this. And yeah, if you have topics that you want me to talk about, put them in the comments, and I will be back here again on Tuesday. All right. Okay. Talk to you guys later.